Brian is known to use some foul language sometimes. Well, we saw it in the victory parade.
Not in public, though, to the reporters. I don't hear
victory
that.
parade. He was cursing.
I saw it. I got it. But
Bleep,
that's
bleep, bleep, bleep. That was a joyous
But I'm
occasion.
talking about when reporters talk to him after games. I don't hear that from him.
No, generally not on with the tape recorders on.
Yeah.
But his demeanor was calm. I applaud it. I love it. For him, I applaud LeBron James for keeping his foot on the gas, keeping that sense of urgency with this team. He could easily be like, look, I'm in my 14th year. I've won 66 games and not gotten to the finals. I'm not going to worry about a little January struggle. Toronto, by the way, has lost 3 straight. Boston's lost 2 straight. They haven't even lost any ground, the Cavs, with this 5 of 7 losses. But he is keeping a sense of urgency, not only with his teammates, but with the front office, saying, look, we can't relax. All right, they don't have the best team. They don't have the best roster.
Who
they
did
got
they
the
just
best
go
in the
get?
East. Kyle Korver?
They went and
I told both of you. That's nice, but it doesn't put you ahead of Golden State.
People were
it's
doing
not about
handsprings across the floor that
people
day.
who were. I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what they were thinking.
Were you
the
not
bottom
ecstatic?
line? It was nice. It was a nice
Chris
move.
Carter, he was applauded. He gave it a standing ovation.
It's a nice addition.
Exactly, but it doesn't give you more than what Golden State has. This isn't about beating Toronto and Boston. It's about beating the Warriors.
Wait, how did they beat the Warriors last year?
The Warriors didn't have Kevin Durant.
Oh, I got
and
it.
LeBron James went superhero.
Yeah.
And so did Kyrie. So that's how they beat him. But I like
when
this.
The Twins activate.
I like this, right?
Me too. So do I.
Keep the foot on the gas.
Oh.
And LeBron has the right to say whatever he wants in Cleveland, no matter how harsh people might think it is, because this wasn't even harsh. He was calm. But as much money as he's put in Dan Gilbert's pocket, he's revitalized the city's economy. He brought them their first title in 15 years. He's saying, look, this is my 14th year. He said, I'll be 33 in the winter, December. I'm not wasting time. I'm trying to get championships. And I like that he's not sitting back saying, I already got 3. I brought Cleveland the title.
First
Nobody
title
thought
in Cleveland,
exactly.
54 years.
I'm top 5 all time, maybe higher to some people. I want to win now. I like it. You got players all over the league complacent.
Well,
Is Melo complaining?
are you going to go or am I going to go?
You go, Skip.
You're going to let me go
let
or
you
go off?
I'm going to let you go.
What highly amuses me here is that you're talking about LeBron James, who has Kyrie Irving riding shotgun, who scored 49 last night, 16 in the fourth quarter. And Kevin Love ain't bad, but I'll just say...
Kevin Love shooting like 35%
but
for the last month.
He's like 15 rebounds waiting to happen. He is. I don't care what you say. I'm not a big fan of his, but if I just take LeBron and Kyrie versus Durant and Steph, which 2 are you taking? I know who you're taking, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, basketball is usually
close.
But then you got...
I think you'd have people going either way.
Okay, but it's close.
Yeah,
so,
it's close.
oh, woe is Cleveland. Poor Cleveland. They're stuck in the
You
Eastern
left out
Conference.
Clay and Draymond.
Yeah, but come
Are
on.
they role players?
Iguodala and Livingston.
Thank you.
And David West.
Okay, is JR coming back? I think he'll come back at some point and contribute,
He
right?
wasn't shooting well before he left.
Yeah.
Okay, so my point is, they have just played 8 straight teams from the Western Conference, and they went 3-5 against the Western Conference. I keep telling you, LeBron is in the cakewalk East. He's got nothing to sweat until they get back to whoever's going to represent the West in the finals. It might be San Antonio or it might be Golden State. You better hope it's not San Antonio. It could be. Okay,
I agree with you totally.
Okay, all right.
I agree with
All
that.
right, now.
The East is a cakewalk.
Okay,
Ain't
it's
no
a cakewalk, and
question.
so
Yeah, no question.
it's you feel like the Cavs are in free fall and Toronto's in free fall, and they're still 2.5 games up. Stop it! I don't want to hear it anymore. And this is what is really starting to irritate me about LeBron James, because I've told this man before, the way he handles himself, the way he comports himself as a role model, I have the highest regard for him. The one thing I don't see him do until Saturday night and last night is show up teammates on the court. And he went completely, by my standards, in my view, out of control. He went off on Channing Frye during Saturday night's game, just shamed him and showed him up all the way up the floor. But you can't do that to Channing Frye. I mean, all he is, he's a three-point shooter. He's 7 feet tall and he can shoot threes.
Well, play 7 feet tall.
Okay,
not like you're 6'1".
but when has he ever played 7 feet tall? That's not who the guy is.
Get a couple of rebounds, block a shot.
Your standard, Skip, Michael Jordan was hard. You know he was harder than anybody on teammates.
He was more subtle than that. This is like
he would go off on guys.
His right hand wasn't subtle in Steve Kerr's eye.
This is like
And
melodramatically. This is like showmanship go off. Did you see what he did to everybody last night after he drives down the lane and he gets his pass blocked?
He's like, spread
out.
out.
Around. It's like, spread out. But he's just going. It's all about blame deflection because who is coming apart in the last two fourth quarters? Both against San Antonio late and then in overtime. And what happened last night? What happened against San Antonio late? LeBron had 2 turnovers, and then he missed the game-winning shot. Big surprise there.
Hit the
and
game
Exactly. Forget that three-pointer he hit from 35.
He hit it. Yeah, I was shocked because it was rare, but he made it.
And they scored 18 points in the fourth quarter. He had 10 of them. But go ahead, Skip.
And by the admission of virtually everybody in that organization, LeBron's pass, now he shouldn't have thrown it because Kyrie wasn't there, but it was Kyrie and Tristan did not run the play.
Punch, snap, hammer, which ESPN.com just immortalized in a big piece that they did. And I'm like, wait a minute, it was against Orlando. You're up 54-32. And you're telling me that's one of the great plays ever? Ginobili invented the play. Trust me, that baseline whip pass all the way from corner to corner, he does it like every other night. He doesn't do it at 39 the way he used to. But the point is that you have to at least glance and to the I'm going to give some props to those ABC announcers on Saturday night. They criticized LeBron immediately. You got to glance. You just got to glance and just see if Kyrie is with you. Is he seeing something you're not seeing?
When you come out, there's 2 times, Chris Broussard, that I felt that we could never make a mistake as an offense. That's the first play of the game and coming out of a timeout. We called timeout for a reason. We called timeout. They drew it. Tyronn Lue drew the play up on the board and says, this is what I want. LeBron is assuming that everybody heard the instructions as he did.
Okay, why wouldn't you keep that to yourself after the game? He didn't use their names, but it was clear he was talking about Kyrie and Tristan after the game.
He did say, if you look at that quote, he said, we as a group didn't execute. He said that. He said
but
we
he
as
said
a group.
it was because somebody didn't remember the play coming out of the timeout.
He said you can't, if you're trying to win a championship, you can't come out of a timeout
and forget the play.
Which is, I mean, that's the truth. And this is the thing, Skip. Look at the last 2 years LeBron's been in Cleveland. He has been critical of teammates.
Yes.
Both years, and it's worked. I mean, we can argue about whether it's the right thing to do. It's worked.
Okay.
They've overachieved, I would say, both years.
Yes.
Okay, so last night, LeBron plays the entire fourth quarter, which is wrong, because you shouldn't have to do that against the Pelicans.
No.
You should just concede it. Just because they're raining threes, you just say, okay, that's your night, give up. But
in general, he's
yeah,
playing too many minutes.
And Kyrie scores 49 against 16 in the fourth quarter. LeBron has 3 turnovers in the fourth quarter, one with 57 seconds left and one with 28 seconds left. He's the one who's making it hard for Kyrie to overcome the Pelicans. So you have to take some blame after the game and say, you know what, I didn't play my best game. I didn't handle the basketball. I wasn't careful with the ball. I don't hear any of that from him.
His minutes are too high. He's leading the league in minutes at 32, and he looks like, but he has a 35-year-old minutes on his body. You go to 6 straight finals and you throw 2 Olympics sandwiched in between them.
Okay.
And also his turnovers. He's averaging 4 turnovers a game. That's highest in his NBA career. Since Christmas, he's averaging 5.5 turnovers per game. Skip, that's too many empty possessions. And a lot of those empty possessions are coming when they're either ahead by 1 or 2 or they're down 1 or 2. Mm-hmm. So that's even more costly.
Right. So to me, the quote after the game was a tired quote, like a frustrated quote, like he's worn out mentally and physically about the effing grind, as he called it.
Well,
so again, he had to go head-to-head with Terrence Jones, who can be a load, but he had a career night. Yep. He tied his career high with 36, and what, he had 13 rebounds, 11 rebounds?
11.
Yeah. Well, okay, so he outplayed LeBron head-to-head all the way down the stretch. Well, it happens you're playing it 82 times. Just let it go. Yeah. Just don't blame it on your teammates or your GM.
You don't think this is good, though, for the Cavs? Let me say this. I talked to David Griffin several times last year, and he told me time and time again, this team can't handle prosperity. we're better when there's adversity. I mean, from David Blatt's firing to Kevin Love trade rumors to rumors about LeBron and Kyrie not getting along to being down 3-1 in the finals.
Okay.
I don't know if they're manufacturing adversity because up to Christmas, beyond Christmas, everything was great.
Yep.
Okay,
Everything was smooth sailing. You beat the Warriors.
LeBron
now
called
do
out,
they want some adversity? You know what I mean?
But maybe like you're just creating it like false.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay, I got it. But he's calling out David Griffin for not getting Raymond Felton. He used his name and not getting Michael Beasley, right? He just called him out. How does it make your bench players feel? Because they're down. I know it's like Kay Felder and DeAndre Liggins, but
come
still.
on, really? I mean, you're gonna go to the NBA Finals with Kay Felder as your backup point guard to Kyrie. Really?
He's letting them know, look, it's championship. It's not just get back.
Okay.
I get it. You can offend your teammates. But again, he's done that the past 2 years and it's worked. And I don't blame him for saying, I want rings. I want more rings. I don't want to be satisfied that we brought Cleveland this first title in half a century.
I want him to say, I can't stand LeBron James as they look at him. He make me so sick. Look at these big old rocks on my hand, Joy Taylor.
What would you advise David Griffin to do right now? Just snap his fingers and say, I think I need Raymond Felton. Just give me Raymond Felton. Well, they're not going to give you Raymond.
Now.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so what are you going to do?
Look here. David Griffin, work some magic. I mean, you don't have any
Work
draft.
some
You don't have any
just try. That's what he's saying.
Get out there and try.
Just get on the phone with the commissioner.
Yeah, commish. We need.
LeBron can do that.
Celebrate your little win last night.
He's saying
the Warriors.
everybody praised Griffin for getting Kyle Korver. We just talked about that. He's saying that's not enough.